Now then, it was April 1943, and a little girl who raised money to send to war victims overseas received a very personal letter of thanks from the Prime Minister's wife, Clementine Churchill.
Well, the girl grew up to become the best-selling author Barbara Taylor Bradford. Today she came to Cambridge to donate her letter to the Churchill archives, and Claire McGlasson went to meet her.
Barbara Taylor Bradford has written 31 books and sold 9 million copies. But among her most precious pieces of writing is a letter she received when she was 9 years old and living in Leeds.
As a little girl, I was growing up in the war in the north, and I wanted to do my bit, and I had a jumble sale, made some money and sent it to Mrs. Churchill for the Aid to Russia Fund.
In return, she received a note from number 10 Downing Street.
I was stunned. I don't know what I said to my mother, but I know that it was like the greatest gift that the wife of the Prime Minister had sent me, this letter.
Today she gave it to the Churchill's granddaughter Celia to be included in the Churchill archives in Cambridge. More than 2,000 boxes of papers chart the story of Winston and his wife Clementine, both public and private.
People think it must have been rather sort of formal in my grandparents' house. It wasn't at all. It was very relaxed. And I think after the war, the only people in the world who took my grandfather completely for granted were his grandchildren. And for us, he really was just grandpapa.
But it's Churchill, the Prime Minister, who appears in Barbara Taylor Bradford's new novel, Churchill the Icon, who her own father, Winston, was named after.
There you are. That's lovely.
For me, the power of these archives is that they plunge you back into the moment. And you can certainly see that when you see Barbara looking at the letter that she received as a young girl.
Barbara says her letter has come home. She'll be flying back to New York without it. But after seeing rare documents from the archive, she's taking back plenty of ideas. Claire McGlasson, ITV News, Cambridge.
Now then, we're going to have some sport, and in 2 days' time, some of the world's top riders will